Howdy folks, this is Checkers back again with another Tom Clancy's The Division video, this one based on the open beta, and these are my 5 thoughts on the open beta. First off, I've been asked many times, what is this game? This game is an action role-playing game with third-person shooter cover-based mechanics. So basically, the goal here is loot, and the gathering of loot, and the exploration of the map, and the way you carry these particular goals out is to travel the world in cover-based shooter mechanics. You can run, you can jump, you can climb on trucks and get above ground and shoot bad guys. And bad guys, of course, will also shoot at you. Fortunately, we have some bad guys who've obliged me right at the moment that I was talking about this, and we can gun them down. I'd like to thank our lovely and talented volunteers for proving the cover-based shooter, third-person shooter mechanics. Thanks, fellas. Enjoy the next life. Okay, now thought number 2 is one that I have found a great deal of joy in. Up. There is quite a bit of up to this game, and by up I mean verticality, and by verticality I mean there is more to the map than what's at the ground level. There are things to explore, there are things to find, and if you look around on what seems like a even small map for the beta, it's not quite that small. There are layers of the map, like layers of a cake, on top of each other, and once you start really exploring, climbing up not just these stairs, but then finding ladders, and ladders onto roofs, and roofs onto other roofs, and so on and so forth, you find yourself actually finding things, which brings me to my third thought, the exploration. That exploration is not just, wow, I found the roof. That exploration can actually lead you to, quite a bit of loot. Say, for instance, the gun that's in my hands right now. This blue gun is a classic M1A, and basically it's a .308 rifle based on the old World War II design of the M1 Garand, designed by, I believe, John Garand, a Canadian designer for Springfield, if I'm correct. At any rate, this gun is, I guess blue is specialized, and it has a talent. Restored. Killing a target with this weapon removes all negative status effects, and that is pretty cool. So if you were hit by, say, like flashbang or tear gas, killing somebody with this rifle would, in theory, clear that. And I found that by stumbling into an apartment, picking the lock on a door, opening that door, finding a chest on the ground, and inside that chest, having killed no one, there was no boss, nothing, was just this blue rifle. In the same hand, in the same token, I have these heavy-duty pads, this blue armor here, which is considerably better, you can see, than the other pieces that I have. I was exploring rooftops, and I basically kept going upstairs, going up ladders, and then hopping around from roof to roof, and I found a fenced-in area with a chest, and inside that chest was that blue armor. So there are good things, and I've gone through a few missions, I've killed many folks, but those are honestly the coolest things that I've found. So the exploration factor does really exist, and it's something to do. And connected with that is the lore of the game. There are many things that will, I believe, help unravel the mystery of what kind of outbreak has occurred, what's going on in this world, and what it's all about, how it's going to get solved. Some of those things are, I've found cell phones, laptops, just conversations. There are things called echoes, which I believe, actually, here is the chest, I believe, that I found those armor pads in, which involved going all the way up there. Oh, hey, look, more volunteers. And thank you again to our lovely and talented volunteers, who left us some green loot and some ammo. Way to go, boys. And a vertical grip. So there is a lot of lore to explore. You can't access it yet. I believe it will be under this Intel tab, which is currently not in the beta, but considering you start the beta at level 4, it would be kind of weird to be just dropped into the story in Chapter 4 if Chapters 1 through 3 were actually important. So I can give them that one. Now the final thing I should probably talk about, the fifth thing, is going to be customization. One of the things you do is you can help civilians by giving them food or soda or water that you scavenge from the environment. Mostly they will give you these cosmetic items, but they will also give you other things. I have been given, I'll show you here, I have this shotgun that I was given by a civilian. I've been given, if we look into the customization of weapons, a dark earth paint scheme. I don't really like it for this rifle, but you know, still pretty cool that I got that just from giving a civilian some water, I believe, and you know, some experience as well. So you're actively out there engaging with the environment, not just killing guys, not just exploring, but there are more things to do, missions to repair things, and the chance to help civilians. As for the customizations, one of the things I wanted to point out, if we look at, say, a gun that I have not customized in any way, shape, or form, I can take the optics from another weapon. If it's got a chain, it means it's attached to something else. So what we'll do is go ahead and take this from my MP5, confirm it, and I don't have to go to the MP5 to remove the optic. I can just slap it right down on this RPK. And that, again, is pretty cool. So those are my 5 final thoughts on Tom Clancy's The Division and its open beta. I would say that the vibe reminds me most of, say, Fallout, in what I imagine the world was like right after the bombs fell, or on The Walking Dead right after, maybe not right after, but a few days after the outbreak really begins. The world is dead and dying, and you are playing, you know, someone in this paramilitary outfit that is just trying to keep the world together and be a good guy. Light shining in the darkness, and that's kind of cool. I dig that, and I dig the exploration of that immediate post-apocalyptic environment. So once again, this has been Checkers with another Tom Clancy's The Division video, this time on the open beta and my 5 final thoughts. I would like to remind you that I have a Twitter link in the description of the video and on my channel main page. Also, if you look in the upper right hand corner, you will find a small letter I with a white circle around it. These are cards and lead to other videos that I have made. I would like to thank you for watching. I hope you found the video informative and maybe just a little entertaining. I would like to invite you to subscribe and ask you to please take care.